time. Miracles. Any of the
including when you know me, yeah, now back. You come. Yeah, to move here, you come. Which of them episode the shall say either the Wontumi one or the Ghana Embassy, Washington.
Very well. To be very honest, I have always held the view that 2025. Every year, as a country, there is always a justification and a reason to do certain things. Always, there would always be one. In fact, what is happening is that it is preparing another justification for a future retaliation. But the question I ask myself is, when do we stop? And I think last week I even started asking that question. Say, when do we stop? Say, okay, will be a buying fee, say, Chamarun to be a ABB. It's a police trauma. And I find what the CID did as the most civil thing in every civilized democracy. I'm trying to letter. In fact, I'm trying to cry. I've seen a copy of the letter. Chamarun to be responding as a Saga available until Monday. Monday, no sooner paper or buy. I did actually sign by. It's if Yoko and NIB and National Security. In fact, what you could have done in police, you could have passed the message even on to the police. Say, oh, we are, you be here. You are just across the road. No one drive it, no one baho. No person money driving, no one driving no koba. Obi, sa Rambo style. Sa dia baswa say, inkofobi, imbofu near de obi. And that would be sa okam the only thing American said 2017 mu yebi. Indeed, 2013 also mu yebi. 2012 also mu yebi. 2008 Muyebi 2000 Muyebi. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there would always be a justification because I say 2017 MPP will be in Uyebia. Kai say why we here Chamarun to we so what prepare 2028 2032 Obi even if it's 2070 what prepare to go. Are you ready for that? We know why you ready now. I don't see why the person is being investigated or has been invited by the CID and you are looking for the person. You must go through this Rambo show. It's like you want to show the person where power like Obi. All these things they do, yeah, the chance you don't affect it, you are want to show it's like as a young for you know in this Chamarun to me matter is the NDC foot soldiers who are the biggest winners, not Ghana's democracy. They are not doing it for Ghana. They are doing it to please the foot soldiers. Foot soldiers in Yaji. But the question is, oh, yeah, Chamarun to me, I say, I'm going to for try to hold. Obi, I can't buy 1,234 days. Obi for friends with the hey, Obi, okay, in the year 2017, we are quite open 2017 December. Let's see, NDC go. And social media. Big Akabia, Ekufa the Bayana, NDC, Ekufa the person who NDC. NDC back to opposition for 42 years. NDC will be in opposition for 50 years. Who would have thought? I want one person that can tell me, say, yeah, two about year 2017, 2018, 2019. No, but you are professor, say, John Mahama is excellency, but you are the woman. Who? John Mahama was the most disliked human being in this country the year 2016. But he's president again. It's really yes, I'm a you say what we are doing now, we are simply setting up 2028 or 2032 for crying in 2000 for another similar showdown. And then you do certain yes, we are the ways to justify. When do we stop? But to say yes, you for reason for arrest here because such a say what I'm hearing and they say such a to me road contract here necessary and the exam bank Obi, what are a lawyer? Say Chamarun to me Poco board for a road contract. That's what people say. Yeah, the soldier for the two. And you go to the court. In fact, you don't even see Chamarun to be as a person. You see the organization. Company. Who do you answer? You perceive you view now. It will be up to your lawyers to remove that view. But it is Chamarun to be company that you will sue. What is this drama? As NDC4 are in a certain popularity contest. Say. every week be an story be back. If you are looking for Chamaun to be, let the CID date. Well, what is happening? What is this? And the justification is what? That NP before you in 2017. Were you happy? Was it a good thing? When do we stop? Or do you think that this should be the last one? Don't you think that those who are also victims now are also recording it? What is this sense of vengeance and retaliation there as it's all over the place? It is not in the interest of the state, Obi. And I say it's not in the interest of the state because usually when you treat legal issues like this, you don't even end well. You don't get your mind when you film. If you understand me, your mama will do here. I told you na TV so can say my sentences are yes I do by he be do away now up to now. To file witness statement problem already done than your because legal cases in Yenisa Obi, we are lawyer, especially criminal cases. We prove it enough for you. The fact that you have seen Kabila putting a gun to my head doesn't mean say I'm a fire ultimate gun. No.
Or you can convict him of murder.
Yes, because the law has an understanding that indeed Kabila could have pointed a gun at my head, but somebody shot me from the other direction and I died. That must be established. And the defense lawyer can establish that no, and yes, I told you no crime. So you can see.
I say he didn't have the intention.
Intention. It's able to be on video class will shoot you, but that person can walk scot-free in a criminal suit. It's Yabani Abekana Kofaniaje, near analyze it, it's a Sikanuso, says you,
to be a part of the strategy.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Sir. If it is to excite your party foot soldiers, then go ahead. But to the extent that it will go ahead, it will go as far as infringing on the person's personal liberty and affecting the person's right, you know. And they are because because it can happen to it. And look at how the Chief Justice of the Republic is struggling and fighting for air in her own courts. You understand?
Asking for oxygen.
She's basically asking even to be heard
by her own colleagues.
By her own colleagues in her own court. You know why it is being seen as normal? It's because that is how we have set up our court to operate. And to obviously, like I say, court in some today, the question probably Madam Chief Justice will be asking herself, they say, are there systems and reforms I could have brought in place at the time I was there? Looking at what she's going through. Yeah. Unfair. No country should put their Chief Justice in a democratic state to put their Chief Justice through what the woman is going through. Painful. But that is our system. That is what we have all accepted to live with and live by. We are in this, especially where we are now. Are you ready for the future and what's coming? Based on the your friend is saying convention, I said, "My say, we be any power is what the other person." Otherwise, what is Yoko's business in arresting a company's director based on an agreement or a law, a contract that they have? Oh, lawyers. That I have a contract with Cocobot or Exim Bank and I have breached the contract. What is Yoko doing in it? What is Yoko business in it? Shouldn't it be the company or the organization that I have a contract with taking me to court in a civil matter?
No, that is even if you are alleging a breach of the
yes, that's even and you must and when we go to court we are going to look at the contract or yes I buy and say it's not make us a send more into the air, but yeah, I don't want to answer you because the Kodu Yoko will not be doing this machoism there. It will be the court because if that is what actually you are holding Wontumi for, your Kodu Wontumi is going to show you the contract. It is based on the contract that judge made. What is this? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we acting as if there are no laws in this country?
Tomorrow will never come.
Oh, and it's like we are on a fishing expedition. You should be up at all costs. When you go on a fishing expedition on people, you will find something on people, including those who are effecting the law now. When you go on a fishing expedition on people, you will find something on everybody. But when we are fishing expedition, are you ready for the future? Are you aware? Saga 1,234 days. Are you aware? we should have a point where we stop these things. So Wontumi could contract Cocoa Board and Panyampa, the company Hallmark. In the company no breach contract now. Take Wontumi to court straight. What a criminal matter. It's a criminal matter. Nobody can tell me it's a criminal matter. It's a civil matter. Take him to court. Let's say where in the contract I will breach, the laws will deal with Wontumi for you. I'm sure say not put more lawyers, but at some point when it dovetails into criminality, then that one will also trigger.
Sure.
But it will start from the civil end because there's a contract. You better copy maybe because you have been overpaid or you misrepresented something. Then that one too, the criminal aspect will come. But for now, a contract. It is the contract that we are going to use. Iyoko has no business in coming to a contract between Cocoa Board and Hallmark. No. Economic and Organized Crime Office. Economic and Organized Crime Office. A company has a contract with a road contract with Cocoa Board. The company hasn't done the work. The company has received money. It is the first line of action is for the organization to go to court and go and retrieve their money. Every baby, maybe a officer criminality be more. If you are not wired, wabum. Pasabia you crime too, near back block your car, near bio, near the tool, near the CC. Oh, you be. Is that what we all want? Are we all accepting this as a practice? Anybody else? Are you ready for this? For the future, when your party is no longer in power? If you are ready for it, continue. If you are not ready for it, let's all say there should be a stop time. There should be a cut-off point. There should be a period where this is 2025. Maybe it happened in 1998. It happened in 2000. It happened in 2005. It happened in 2009. Maybe it happened in 2014, 2013. But we are in 2025. Can we stop this and allow the laws to work? So nipa no kwa no differ. A man no body. But Obi, the 20 year, the public shame, the public embarrassment. If the state is unable to find anything on the person, they never come back to apologize. What say the panel? What would you say? And then because of internet, sadly, when it's all over the internet, want to me, showing pictures near there. And eventually, when you realize, when you have the whole facts, and you realize like it's almost happening in the Dubai matter. Now that all the facts is presented, once I told you on Kasabium, once I feel on my press conferences will be. So when you have the complete facts, and now you realize, something in Tisania. Now what can you know? What would you do? How do you salvage this? You would have destroyed a citizen for nothing. I am not saying Wontumi has committed or hasn't committed a crime.
Okay. I
am only saying that if you should find out, and that is why Ghana, your law, the baseline of our law is you are presumed not guilty until proven guilty. Yeah. There is a reason why the law is drafted that way.
Oh, 2 more minutes.
Send your bear.
1 minute.
Send your 602. Send your bear. No such injury can be meted on a citizen, because eventually when you find out, say, Wontumi ye boni biaya. Obi, how do you remedy all the shame, the embarrassment, and the problem? Why are we doing this? You can impugn and assume an alleged crime on everybody. But as to whether the person has actually committed a crime or not, what do you mean?
I know another thing.
It's a tobo I say. It's like make us a CID wrote to him. For me, that's the most civil way. Okay, CID for business. I'm sure say eventually when CID feels say they have enough to prosecute him, then they will charge you and take you to court. The fact say a minor charge will not work on just before. But why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Why is there in your core and all those people the ones prosecuting a contract between and I'm only saying this on the assumption that is the case.
Okay.
Prosecuting a contract between Cocoa Board and Hallmark. And we even said, if you want to deal with Hallmark as an organization, Wontumi is the first person you arrest. Okay, are you following? The fact, who says Wontumi is the first person you arrest? Have you even gotten to that stage where you are removing the veil to even go after the directors of the organization? Why? Yes, it was done in the past. It was done in 98, wow. It was done in 94, it was done in 2001, it was done in 2005, it was done in 2009, it was done in 2013. Why are you doing it in 2025? To achieve what? It's now that your foot soldiers are happy. We need to be now the local court. Now you say Hallmark as an organization hasn't done anything. Who even said a contract between Kokobo and Hallmark ultimately, if there is a breach, will end in imprisonment? Who said?
Mamina say, Dennis Miracles Aboagye, thank you so much. Honorable Kwenye Duasare, you have your time, Mepacho.
Obi.